I'm excited to introduce Mallet drums. Front page, we wanted to keep it as minimal as possible, but still let you switch between the drums so that you can open it up and get started. Kick drums, Lucy, pure, and natural. The snare, ringer, bright, and rumble. Almost sounds like a tom. We put the snare on C and D in case you want to play quickly like that. But we also have the snares turned off on C sharp and D sharp. We've got these split out on multiple octaves. If you want to play real fast. Sometimes I like playing a split octave approach. Not always, but sometimes. If you want to play flams on the toms and the snares, it's easy to do it like this. So we got kick, snare, then we have tom 1, tom 2, and tom 3. This is our rich toms. Deep and lively. Hi-hat, closed. Semi-open, open. Raising the foot up and down. Which is something I do a lot with these drums, is that I just kind of have this pulse going like I would with my left foot, because my hands are often, there's not a hand left to play the hi-hat, so the foot is often the part of the performance that makes it sound realistic. Then we have kind of slamming the foot down, then the ride crashes. It lends itself to a washier, more open sound. By the way, how cool are the toms? Way to go, Hunter. Advanced page. My suggestion is that you hop through the included snapshots first. Joel named that one Ratatouille. I don't really know why, but this one's roomy. Say you don't like the room, you can turn it off. You turn it off and you move it, it turns back on. The biggest difference between mallet drums and soft drums is the room that we recorded it in. I love the sound of our little tight space. I think soft drums was perfect in there. I love the way the more resonant tones fill up the space. If the mix section is global, then this section down here is where you can get in and make fine-tune changes. So with the kick drum, you have in and out. These two mics, sometimes there's only one, they feed into the close bus. So the out. So you can mix and match those. And you can mute them as well. The overhead mic. So maybe there's a situation where you don't want the kick in the overhead, but you want the room mics. Well, you can pan. But if you do everything that you want to do, but the gain is still not quite there, notice when I hit different keys, this section changes to match. If you turn off auto, it does not change. We have a reverb send because we have a reverb return. You can turn it all the way up. We have a multi-out option, but I found with soft drums that I do most of my mixing inside. If you're a high-end user and you want to separate out every instrument so that someone else can mix it or you can mix it the way that you want, then the multi-out is great. But for most of my use cases, I found that I like to do the mixing inside the box. Obviously, that's a little loud. So if you want to keep it in the box and work quick, you have this option. Same thing with compressor. You can be subtle, or you can go crazy. Again, some of you are going to want to use your own compressors individually on each track. If you just need to keep things in check or you're going for a vibe, it's great. And these drum selector controls are redundant to the front page. We also have the multi-out in KI, which looks just the same, except here you can send the close mics out to individual channels in contacts. Then you can send the overhead mixes and the room mixes out to their own channels as well. It's the closest we can get to how it was recorded. Room mics capturing everything, overheads capturing everything, and then the individual kick, snare, and tom hi-hat mics. The loops. If you just need something to get you inspired, to get you going, these loops are fantastic. Notice there are 8 different tempos. Let me switch the tempo to 90 beats per minute. Quick tip, you've got to lock these to the grid when you record them. So I will usually mess around until I find patterns that I like. Maybe hit a fill up here. If you go up 2 octaves, we have a series of one-shots. That way you can put a bow on your drum track. Go pick it up at somervillesounds.com, and we'll be back with more libraries in the very near future. Talk soon.